our second debate now, which is what's happening in Dadri and the court order. Now the villagers of Dadri have taken the court order and they've gone to the police station to file an FIR. Here's Akhlaq's son making an appeal.
मैं सभी से अपील करता हूं कि वो इस मामले को पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो से न देखते हुए एक परिवार के खिलाफ हुए नाइंसाफ़ी को देखें, अन्याय को देखें, उनके साथ कैसा अत्याचार हुआ है। और सभी से मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि वे इस बुरे वक्त में या जो हमारे साथ हुआ है इसके खिलाफ हमारे साथ खड़े होकर और मामले की पूरी फेयर इन्वेस्टिगेशन में सहयोग करें।
Okay, so Akhlaq's son has made an appeal. The question to all of you is anybody, he asked all politicians to not politicize this. Is anybody listening? Dinesh, yeah.
See, I want to make some point.
Yeah.
The Akhlaq killing or lynching is rooted in the Indian nationalist movement, and people may agree or disagree whether Congress or nationalist or Marxist historian accept or not accept. But I want to argue this. Why? See, Mangal Pandey became so popular in each and every village, and Mangal Pandey living in each and every village. So wherever there is attack on cow, Mangal Pandey will revolt, and that is what happened in Gujarat yesterday, day before yesterday, and that is also happened with Dadri, Akhlaq, and the same family. See, so religious sentiment and religion, when religion was being used for the nationalist sentiment against the British, everyone enjoy. That is Ambedkar only who was criticizing this. You should not build this such type of nationalism, otherwise it will harm the country.
Okay.
Now problem became so big.
Yeah.
And you can see the consequences.
The consequences. So Abhijit, would ABVP support this second FIR towards a family who's just lost their patriarch? Akhlaq has died and now they are left to face FIR. And do you think the reasoning behind that is given that a cow was slaughtered on the 25th, 3 days before the lynching, and that's why that needs to be probed as well? Do you support this?
See, first of all, the lynching was really a very, very bad incident which has happened, and it should be criticized without any ifs and buts. However, as far as the question of FIR, filing of FIR is concerned, it is a process of law which must take its due course. You cannot have emotions or value judgments wherein, oh, so because there is a lynching, we should not file a case. It could have been otherwise also. Suppose a pig may have been slaughtered and it may be thrown in a Muslim area. So you cannot have a very simple proposition wherein you say that no case should be filed because there is a victim. And even as far as when the terrorists have died, we have said.
Who's the victim?
Victim is Akhlaq. Akhlaq's family is the victim. So like the question which you frame that because victim being victimized again, the question is not so simple. As far as even how the punishments and later things will go on, there are aggravating and aggravating circumstances, and certainly why the violence took this turn, why it became so much a question of concern should be properly studied.
Okay. So, do you stand with him on that?
The process of law curiously doesn't apply to Sadhvi Prachi, to Sangeet.
So I guess you don't follow the law. Then
please
case
don't interrupt me. I have not interrupted you.
Case have been filed in those cases
please don't interrupt
No,
me.
Abhijit,
Typical
that's
of you, but please don't interrupt me when I'm speaking. See, the rule of law curiously does not apply to all these people. It is, in my opinion, it is the only word to use here is sad. I mean, it's very, very sad that a person who was killed on the mere suspicion, and I'll talk about the legal technicality since my friend has brought about things of the law. But see, the point is, curiously, initially the report said that the meat possessed by the family was mutton. Now curiously, see, let me speak.
What you are taking?
Yeah, but the legal point is there was mutton. Curiously, a report appears which says suddenly that it is a cow meat. There was a similar incident wherein a magisterial probe ordered which declared that certain videos found in the JNU incident were fake. But suddenly a report out of nowhere appears which says that no, they were indeed real. So yeah, of course. My point exactly. The propaganda machine has started. These reports are surfacing, curiously surfacing, and this is absolute subversion of justice. And I think, and see, the point is that if you in the UP state laws, it says that basically if eating beef is not a crime,
Yeah.
and the onus of proving
Stilting cow is certainly an offense.
and the onus
With
lies
the law
on the
again.
guy who saw it. The onus of proving it lies on the guy who saw it being slit. It doesn't. The onus doesn't lie on the family.
And
to
that's why
prove-
certainly
to be-
it needs to be sent, and
Okay,
that's
so
why the process
obviously
of law is
this
taking
legal
place.
fight, this
Certainly
legal
the
fight
process of
will
law is taking
continue.
place.
Abhijit, let's move on to our final
step forward
topic
once the backward
and hear
process.
from Hardik Patel, the Patidar protester who's been asking for quotas for his community. It's shaken up Gujarat. He's got lots and lots of followers, which is why even after his release now, after 9 months, he is being externed, which is being sent out of the state to stay out of the state for 6 months. Here's what he said when he was greeted by crowds after he came out of jail.
पहले प्यार से मांगेंगे और जो भी होगा गवर्नमेंट के सामने बैठेंगे। 6 महीना है, मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूँ कि मेरी कार्य पद्धति बदल जाएगी, लेकिन मेरे तेवर यही रहेंगे कि ना मुझे हाइट चाहिए, ना मुझे बॉडी चाहिए, ना मुझे 56 इंच का सीना चाहिए, मुझे तो समाज के लिए सिर्फ हक चाहिए।
So the question we are asking about Hardik is to our young student leaders, is that the kind of dissent, is that the way to carry out dissent, and is the treatment being meted out to him fair? Would you say, Sunny, that it's fair treatment?
What happened in Gujarat, we should not see is in exclusion. What happened in Gujarat, 10 or 15 years of Modi model of development, the resources was specifically given to the big bourgeois, or say big market leaders. And what happened to those people who were farming on the land, like Patidar Patels, they didn't get the rights, equal rights in the market. And what is happening right now, they are feeling that they didn't get the equal share in the model of development.
He says a direct outcome of what happened of the Modi regime in Gujarat.
As far as the question of caste reservation is concerned, I would like to quote Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, when this Article 15 was discussed and Article 35 was discussed, he said there will certainly come a time when certain group of people who shouldn't be given reservation can come together and say that give me reservation. The government will come under pressure because of the law and order situation and other crisis, and will take the reservation. At that time, it is so every time when the reservation is given, it is not a deserving party which is getting reservations. And the problem with the reservation given to powerful and prosperous is that actually the people who have been historically deprived will not get the chance to avail the benefits of the reservation and really
So the
break
tough
the hierarchies.
stance is
Now,
justified.
as far as the question of externment is concerned, I would like to say this is the normal process of law. Section 44 CRPC clearly states it, and we cannot allow such kind of people who say that kill all the policemen, do this, do that.
Okay, Dinesh, that's. Do you feel that yes, you agree with that justification?
There is a process of globalization and capitalism where the peasant class, agriculture, those who were classes who were involved in agriculture, they are losing their power and ground and facing the impoverishment. So that impoverishment leading them to do this such type of movement, like we want a reservation, whether they deserve or not. So there should be a genuine committee and investigation. Then
Okay, I think we're going into
the
larger quota debate. Akshat, to you, I just come as one student leader to another, student leader. Hardik Patel is a 21-year-old protester. Do you empathize with him? Are you with him? Do you support him?
I certainly do not find the ways he has chosen and the kind of politics he has chosen very consistent with my own ideology. But let me put this in context. See, the point made by my friends Sunny and Dinesh is very valid here. The kind of economic policies that have been followed have certainly led to alienation, certainly led to inequality, and this inequality has fostered a great sense of inequality. When the government places such kind of laws, such kind of policies are made which affect the livelihoods of people, which cause agrarian distress, which lead people to lose their livelihoods. Such kind of agitations, the kind of agitations that have taken place in Haryana and Gujarat, it is similar, and it is a kind of the energy is there, the resistance is there, but it is not being channelized in a way that would look at the structural problems of the.
Does anyone here feel that Hardik, as a protester, identifies with them? Abhijit, do you identify with him? Not at all. Do you, Sunny?
We do not subscribe with him, but yes, the issue he is raising about social equality is valid and it should be debated.